It has been a beautiful start to this Wednesday. Temperatures are on the cool side, and we are tracking some clouds that are mostly in southwestern Ontario, but they're starting to creep through the west side of the GTA and into the downtown core. This is within the last hour or so. We're also dealing with some leftover clouds across eastern Ontario, but today is a much drier day. The only showers are right here, and within the last few minutes, there are some thunderstorms popping up towards southwestern Ontario as well. There is that risk for the remainder of the afternoon as a system skirts by on the other side of Lake Erie, on the U.S. side of the border. 18 degrees in London, 17 in Toronto, 13 only in Ottawa, 16 in Montreal. And as we go through the evening, the temperature will start to cool. And by early tomorrow, right around sunrise, there is that threat for frost around Georgian Bay, the Bruce Peninsula, Algonquin Park, and then another cold night as we look at central Ontario as well. That frost advisory could be the last one of the year, as it is expected to warm up by the weekend. Temperatures today, though, about 3 or 4 degrees below seasonal, even with all of that sunshine. How long will it stay dry? Well, Candace, we'll look at your long-range forecast in just a few.
Roy,
welcome back. After a sunny start to the day in the GTA, we are seeing a few more clouds, and there's even an isolated shower back to the west, so we're keeping an eye on our radar. But for tonight, the winds from the northwest and clear skies will make for some chilly temperatures. We don't have any frost advisories for the GTA, but as you get up to the north, a different situation, as it won't be 7 or 8 degrees. It'll be closer to maybe 2 or 3, and that is borderline frosty conditions. 12 in Quebec City, it's 15 rather in Thunder Bay, 16 in Winnipeg, 16 in Saskatoon, and 10 degrees in Vancouver, but it is early in the morning there. This is the system that is now south of us. Showers and thunderstorms are popping up. There have been a few lightning strikes just to the west of London, and that is going to eventually move on the other side of Lake Erie by later today. So high pressure in control. Thursday looks fantastic. Friday looks fantastic. And if you like more heat, and I know some of you are excited for those hot and humid days, well, just hang in there, because as this pattern progresses, we're going to remain rather dry this weekend, and it will warm up. Montreal could be close to 30 by early next week. For Toronto, not quite to that level, but 24 for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 24 for Monday, and then 26 and 27. By that point, there is humidity into the low 30s. And for Montreal, we're also going to be seeing temperatures climb. 26 Saturday, 27 Sunday, and then approaching 30 through early next week. So a real summer pattern setting up, and one that's a lot drier than we've seen lately. So a lot to look forward to as the temperature climbs and we flip the calendar over to June.
Okay, thanks so much, Anthony, and thank you at home for tuning into Global News at noon. Have a great day.
Very wet days this week. Let's find out if it stays sunny. And Bill's first look at the local forecast. Hi, Bill.
Hi, Bill. Yeah, it should. Quite nice out right now. A little cooler than we're used to. A very cool, dry air mass is rolled in just behind all that wet weather. So the moisture in the air has dropped as well as the rain stopping. And we're looking at some pretty cool temperatures tonight, down to single digits across eastern Ontario, as low as 8 in Kingston, as we see very few clouds. Tomorrow, mainly sunny conditions. If you see a cloud, it'll be light and wispy and non-threatening, that's for sure. High pressure building. 3 areas of high pressure building over the province is going to clear things up nicely for quite some time. A nice sunny stretch, and as it stays clear, we're going to find those temperatures and that humidity climb once again. Very, very hot and steamy before we roll into showers. We'll let you know when that shower activity will reach us with your full forecast in just a moment.
First Weather is brought to you by Aubin Windows and Doors. For premium products, award-winning service, and professional installations, visit aubin.com.
Weather is brought brought to you by your locally owned Midas in Belleville, Brockville, and Kingston. With the industry's best warranties and over 1,000 five-star reviews, come and experience the Midas difference.
Barometric pressure is on the rise. Lots of high pressure in the area. In fact, not one, not two, but three are building across the province right now, and that's going to clear things up nicely. We had lots of sunshine today. A little on the cool side tonight, single-digit overnight across the region. We should be at about a 10 or 11 for an overnight low, and we're probably going to be around 8 in the Kingston area. North of the 401 might dip a little further than that. Sunny come Thursday to Saturday. Seasonal conditions. You may find a few clouds building Saturday night into Sunday, but it'll clear out. No probability of precipitation. Warmer conditions too, because we're going to be seasonal up until that increase in cloud, and then sunny and warm conditions to follow. Probably not looking at the probability of precipitation until we roll into late Tuesday or Wednesday. That's how long it's going to be. Nice and sunny, drying up a bit, as Bill Hutchins had mentioned earlier. We had a couple wet days, and now we're going to sort of dry things up for about a week. 17 for a high in Kingston today, 18 in Brockville, 17 in Smiths Falls and Ottawa. We had a 20 in Belleville, 19 in Peterborough, Oshawa, and Toronto. It was probably closer to 2021 north of the 401, but down along the waterfront about a 17. Southwest winds moving at about 13 kilometers per hour, and there's a few clouds out there, but what a pleasant evening it is, and only 63% relative humidity, so we're not facing any humidex values right now. And if you got caught in those breezes today at times, it felt a little cool, especially if you were standing in the shade. We are looking at we've only gained about 1 minute of daylight in the last 24 hours. Generally speaking, over the last week or so, it's been 2-3 minutes at a time. What does that tell you? That means that we're going to get to that peak. We'll be reaching that summer solstice soon. It sort of slows down and then starts going the other way. We start to see shorter daylight lengths. High pressure rolling in and taking over, 3 of them. And it's really going to clean things up nicely for us. We've already seen the evidence of that today, and it brings in some drier air out of the northwest too. Now there may be some cloudy periods at times, but not a whole lot of it, and any active weather associated with these lows in the west probably staying out of the way. We probably won't, if we see anything, maybe a little bit of cloud now and then, but that probability of precipitation holding off until about midweek next week. So this is what you're looking at. Nice, eh? Pleasant. A little bit of cloud here and there. Nothing ominous or threatening. High pressure to stay with us for quite some time. 21's your high, Belleville tomorrow. Sunny skies and a high UV index. Friday, a high 24 and a mix of sun and cloud. More of the same on Saturday. And in Brockville, we'll get up to 20 degrees tomorrow. Mainly sunny for Friday. Mainly sunny, a high 23. You hit 25 on Saturday. See those temperatures rising? You want to bet the humidity is going to climb along with it as well. Smiths Falls, high of 20 degrees and mainly sunny conditions. Friday, mainly sunny, high 24. You reach 26 Celsius Saturday with a mix of sun and cloud. Kingston, your forecast, mainly sunny tomorrow with a high of 20 and a high UV index. You want to bet it's going to be pretty high for a few days. High 22 Friday and mainly sunny conditions. A mix of sun and cloud Saturday. We will see an increase in cloud late Saturday to a mostly cloudy Sunday, but we hope to see that clear out late Sunday. And then Monday, you're back to a mix of sun and cloud, a high 25. Tuesday, mix of sun and cloud, a high 25. And into a chance of showers come Wednesday. That probability grows slowly overnight Tuesday into Wednesday morning. Now your weather wallpaper.
Weather Wallpaper is brought to you by Christine Geary's Maple Leaf Tours Travel Cruise. Visit mapleleaftours.com to get into the picture.
Ken Killen of Kingston on a recent visit to Little Cataraqui Creek Conservation Area. It was this Monday, actually. He caught this great blue heron flapping its wings and squawking. Why?
Why?
Well, it was being dive bombed by this red-winged blackbird. I guess the heron was just a little too close to the nest.
To the nest.
Yes.
Okay.
And eventually he managed to catch a fish after this confrontation, and then he moved on. It was just too much of a hassle. He went and found a better fishing ground.
That is quite the story you just told there, Bill.
Yeah,
In
interesting.
pictures and everything. Lovely.
Yeah, well, Ken told it better.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. And the pictures tell it better than Ken and I put together.
No doubt.
Beautiful photos, Ken. Thank you so much for sending them along. If
All
you've
right.
got picks, send them to us at submissions@ckwstv.com.
Now he's eating over your shoulder.
That's right.
Well, you couldn't ask for a nicer start to, yeah, that's, you couldn't ask for a nicer start to June, right?
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous conditions, and you'll notice in your long range, your 10-day outlook, those temperatures just keep on
Really?
climbing.
And that's probably with humidity building as well?
Oh, yes. It's going to feel more like July, August kind of, yeah, over the next week.
Okay, we'll look for that later. Thank you, Bill. Heat's on the rise in time for June to arrive in Bill's 10-day outlook. Bill.
Yes, temperatures on the rise, and no doubt the humidity too. Have a look at this. By Monday of next week, up to 25. You want to bet it's going to feel more like low 30s at least. Tomorrow, up to 20, kind of what you had today, and mainly sunny. And then we'll start to see that temperature rising again over Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Highs of 22. We will see an increase in cloud Sunday, but then it falls off come Monday and Tuesday as we reach those 25s and see the humidity on the rise a bit. It's a mix of sun and cloud. The chance of showers rolling in for Wednesday with a high 24. 24 again Thursday with a good chance of showers still. That probability hanging on for Friday with a high 22 and up to 21. Saturday of next week, back to a mix of sun and cloud. Not bad. And by the way, 21 is the seasonal norm. So these 25s we're seeing above normal for sure.
All right. Thanks, Bill. We'll be right back.
Your long-range weather.
Locally owned Midas of Eastern Ontario with lifetime guarantees on brakes, suspension, exhaust, and now on tires. Come and experience the Midas difference.
A nice sunny stretch ahead of us, and as it sticks around, we see the temperatures and humidity rising over the next week or so. We'll check that forecast in a moment. 16 in Kingston today, probably closer to 20 north of the 401. They had an 18 in Brockville, 17 in Smiths Falls and Ottawa, 20 in Belleville, 19 in Peterborough, Oshawa, and Toronto. All three had nearly 20 degrees today. So a bit of a drop in the wake of those showers. Cooler, drier air moving in. Fairly cool tonight, down to 8 degrees. Just a few clouds. Those northerly winds not very strong, but trickling in about 10 to 20 K. We'll see the same tomorrow, a high of 20 and mainly sunny conditions with a high UV index. And like I said, that sunshine's going to stick around and those temperatures are going to rise.
You're watching CKWS News at 11.
The last of the cloud rolled out early this morning, and we got into some clearing. Lots of sunshine out there now, and any cloud coverage you see will be minor, just a few clouds. And this is why 3 highs working to grow a very clear area across the Great Lakes Basin. Southern and eastern Ontario completely clear, but for a few light cirrus clouds. And you may see by Saturday a couple cloudy periods in the afternoon, but really not looking at any probability of precipitation until sometime next week into late Tuesday, Wednesday before we get into that. There's that high pressure so strong it's keeping a lot of this active weather in the west out of our way. A nice sunny stretch. And you want to bet those temperatures are going to climb too. And as we roll into that probability of showers, at that point we'll get to a breaking point with heat and humidity again, likely. 21 for a high in Belleville tomorrow. Sunny skies up to 24 Friday and Saturday in the Quinte region with a mix of sun and cloud. Brockville, you'll rise to 20 tomorrow, mainly sunny for Friday, a mix of sun and cloud, a high 23, hitting 25 Celsius on Saturday with a mix of sun and cloud. And Smiths Falls up to 20 degrees, mainly sunny conditions, a mix of sun and cloud over Friday and Saturday, as high as 26 Celsius by Saturday. And in Kingston, it's a high of 20 tomorrow, mainly sunny conditions, more of the same Friday with a high 21, up to 22 on Saturday, a mix of sun and cloud. You will see a little bit of cloud building late Saturday into Sunday, but then it's out of the way. No real probability of precipitation. Back to a mix of sun and cloud, a high 25 on Monday, mix of sun and cloud Tuesday with a high 24, and more of the same Wednesday with a high